I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rocker in Knicks Universe, your main man's Uncle Freezy, and welcome to this thing that we call the Knicks Morning Drive. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Oh, you got that? That's for me. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. All right. Y'all know how we start this thing off, man. Blue tears, orange tears, blorange tears. Bam. Good morning. Man, okay. So I hadn't talked to y'all since Saturday. Y'all pardon that, man. Some life things in the way, man. Some deadlines, some anniversary. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, man. When you've been with the same lady for like 30 years, stuff like anniversary is important. So you know what it is. You know what it is, man. Got to take care of, got to be a big boy. You know, y'all know what it is. But I did miss y'all, though. I ain't gonna lie. I did miss rocking with everybody, though. It wasn't nothing but for like a day. You know what I'm saying? But I did miss y'all, man. But, you know, had some deadlines I had to meet on some other stuff. Some career stuff, man, and some what's the joint? Hey, Kerry Cox, what's the joint with them the R&B dudes is like tell your boss you got to take the day off because it's your anniversary. They out there with the silk shirts on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Andrew College is in the building. The hip hop legend Kerry Cox is in the building. D Nice is in the building, man. I see you. King Ribby is in the place to be. What's good? I think y'all know the joint. Y'all know the joint I'm talking about. Where the dudes out there with the silk shirts on, and they talking about hey Mo, what's the name of the song? He talking about he can't wait for his anniversary or something. Yeah, I know the name of the joint, man. I forget. I remember, I remember a lot of stuff, right? I have like the music encyclopedia in my head. Like I remember a lot of stuff, but sometimes I just gotta jog my memory on some stuff. You know what I mean? T. Smith in the building. So the Knicks have a lot of stuff going on, bro. The Knicks have a lot of stuff going on, bro. If you're a Knicks fan right now, how you feeling? If you are a Knicks fan right now, how you feeling? Right? See, here's my thing. I think the Knicks are in a better place than what some people think. Adele Chapman is in the building. AC, what's good with you? Let me get on allow me briefly. Boulevard says Tony. Shout out to my main man Boulevard, man. Boulevard in the building, man. We think about you, bro. We love you, bro. You and our prayers, man. You know that. You our guy, man. Boulevard is our guy, man. We didn't do the 718 boys yesterday for a number of reasons. We won't necessarily get into that, man. It was all I know is Friday. I was looking at Miss Mocha in the eyes. You know, they from the Bahamas. They from, you know what I'm saying? They from, you know, they got Caribbean roots. And so sometimes, you know, sometimes I got to be like, I got to break it down with some stuff like, girl, tomorrow will come, and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, Carrie Cox says, no, you know that ain't never been me, bro. I might have worn some shiny shirts, but I ain't never worn no shoulder. Nah, bro. Hey, that's a bridge too far. Hey, listen, I want to be slick. I want to dress fly, but shoulder pads is just, what is this, football when I'm playing safety? Nah, I ain't no linebacker, boss. AJ Bula is in the building. AJ, what's happening? But this weekend was one. I'm not used to, quite frankly, I'm not used to the Knicks playing basketball and my anniversary being going on at the same time. It just don't happen often. So it just kind of put me in that weird space. Like, I really want to go hang out with my boys, man, but I can't. Nah, man, I gotta, you know. But here's the thing I wanna get into briefly. Y'all, I'm gonna get into my bag, and then I'm gonna get back to the chat. Right? Here's my tip off. At the beginning of the season, we felt like we could get to a place where we could become respectable. With the addition of Isaiah Hartenstein, we knew that this organization was serious about making certain necessary adjustments to a roster that had been flawed. Now, when Isaiah Hartenstein was signed, we figured that it was a death sentence to Jericho Sims, who we liked, by the way. He wasn't perfect. His rim protection was bad. His defense was good. His rim protection was bad. And I know that sounds like they should all go hand in hand, but they don't. Right? It's like saying a defender is a good shot blocker regardless. Like Marcus Smart is a shot blocker because he's a good defender. No, they don't go all hand in hand. right? So, and rim protection and shot blocking may be two separate things also. Now, sometimes you block shots at the rim to protect it, but sometimes protecting the rim means they don't even get a shot up. And I know you guys understand this because for the most part, this chat, for the most part, you guys are pretty smart basketball fans. Like I can't just get up here and just say random stuff because y'all be quick to check me in the comment section. Which I don't mind. I ain't perfect. And neither are y'all. And so that's why sometimes I have to point things out, right? But when we signed Hartenstein last year, immediately it came to my mind. I didn't know Isaiah Hartenstein. Let's be honest. We'll keep it a buck. I didn't know Isaiah Hartenstein. I didn't know what he could do. But the mere fact that they gave him $8 million meant to me that they valued something in him plugging a hole for us that we may not have seen immediately. And then there is Jalen Brunson. The signing of Jalen Brunson, I went over the stats all summer, right? All summer long. Y'all heard me up here. The Knicks need a pick and roll point guard. The Knicks need a pick and roll point guard. The Knicks need a pick and roll point guard. Y'all remember that? If you watched last summer, I broke down, I got stats, I put them on the screen about how the Knicks were the most active pick and roll team and how we were ineffective in it because Alec Burks was not a true point guard. Y'all remember me going through all of that stuff. Y'all remember me doing that. I knew the Knicks needed a pick and roll point guard, right? And the Jalen Brunson rumors were strong like black coffee. Right? The Jalen Brunson rumors were strong like black coffee. So we were confident that we would get Jalen Brunson, but then out of the blue, there were Jaden Ivey rumors on draft day. Leading up to the draft, the rumors were the Knicks were looking to package a bunch of young players to move up to get Jaden Ivey. And don't act like you don't remember. I'm jogging your memory. Don't fight this. Don't fight this part. I don't remember that, Uncle Freezy. Just don't fight it. Don't fight that part. Just stay with me as I jog everybody's memory, right? Because it happened. And you may not remember it because a bunch of things happened between last summer and today. And if you don't remember certain things or certain things are kind of dicey, don't worry about it. Just do me a favor and humor me on it. That way we can get to the same place at the same time. I'm trying to compromise. It's like when you driving on a long trip and you wanted to listen to a certain type of music, but your homeboy want to listen to something else. You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, dog. Hey man, you can have the radio. You just, you know what I'm saying? You riding. You know what I'm saying? You can have the radio. Anybody ever did that? Went on a long trip, like maybe like 4 hours, something like that. You like, okay, you can have the radio, bro. I'm good. Long as I'm cruising. Me and my pops went on a trip. I picked my pops up from, I think my sister may have been getting married or something. And I drove to Jersey City to pick up my pops. You know what I'm saying? And on the way back down, as we leave in Jersey City, you know what I'm saying, on our way back down to the Carolinas, he like, man, I ain't want to hear that. I ain't want to hear that bubblegum. I want to hear the Delphonics. I'm like, pops, man, you want to listen to the Spinners and the Delphonics and the Four Tops all the way to South Carolina. And he was like, "Yep." I was like, "All right, cool, whatever. I'll drive as long as I'm driving. Hey, man, all right, whatever." Right? Shout out to old school music. Shout out to old school music and everybody that appreciate old school music and everybody that created old school music. Right? But I'm gonna get back on point, on task. Last year, the rumor was the Knicks were trying to move up in the draft to get Jaden Ivey, which immediately had me thinking the Knicks know something that we don't know. The Knicks know that we need to get more athletic in the backcourt. The Knicks know that we need a secondary ball handler, right? Because at the same time, think about it. At the same time as the Knicks are looking to trade up for Jaden Ivey, the rumors are persisting that Jalen Brunson is a Knick. It's already done. So the draft comes. The Knicks can't trade up to get Jaden Ivey. The Knicks can't move up to get Jaden Ivey. But all of a sudden, there's another rumor. Oh, wait. I skipped. Did I skip a part? Yeah. The Knicks get Jalen Brunson. They can't trade up to get Jaden Ivey. But all of a sudden, Zach LaVine drops his list of the 3 destinations he'd like to be. And initially, when we look at the list says New York, Chicago, LA. Right? Zach LaVine at the time was an unrestricted free agent. Unrestricted. So he could have went anywhere he wanted to go. And his initial list now, and it may have been clickbait. It may have been clickbait, right? Just to drive up his price. But whatever, we don't care. We're looking at it from a Knicks fan's perspective, not a Chicago Bulls fan's perspective. Zach LaVine drops his top 3 destinations. And on the top 3, it says New York, solidly in first, Chicago, a close second, and LA if things can't work out for the other 2 cities, right? Well, the Knicks don't get Jaden Ivey, right? But then the draft comes, and the Knicks pull off all these trades to clear cap space. And we don't know what to do. We're like, do they need that much cap space for Jalen Brunson? Or are they bringing in somebody with Jalen Brunson? Do the Knicks need this much cap space for Jalen Brunson? What are they going to do? Give him 40 mil a year? They're going to give him like 40 mil a year? This dude ain't worth no 40 mil a year? Yeah, at least that's what we thought in our mind at the time. And just to throw a little fly in that ointment, Jalen Brunson right now is absolutely worth $40 million a year. But at the time, during the summertime, we had no idea. We had no idea. We looked at Jalen Brunson as a second-round pick, the second ball handler on a team that was a deep playoff team. And I'm getting somewhere with this, y'all. I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere. I'm setting up something for I'm setting up that scenario versus the here and now. Right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So the Knicks leave the draft with Trevor Kills. And everybody's like, oh, God. And in our mind, we wanted to get a hot young prospect, but we couldn't complain because at a bare minimum, they got rid of Kemba Walker and Alec Burks and Nerlens Noel. So even though they didn't wow you, you couldn't complain. Even though we wanted to complain, we couldn't. Because the things that hurt us, in the 21-22 season, they got rid of. They got rid of a bunch of stuff that weighed us down in the 21-22 season. Right? So we wanted to complain. We wanted to be up in arms. We missed the playoffs. We wanted a stud out of the draft. We wanted all these different things. And it just didn't. But then up towards free agency is coming up. Free agency is coming up. And now we're hearing stuff like, oh, yeah, and let me throw in the DeJounte Murray thing. San Antonio's moving DeJounte Murray. Oh, are the Knicks making moves? The Knicks making room for DeJounte Murray? Man, are we going to get DeJounte Murray and Jalen Brunson? What? Okay, all right. I had to throw that back in there. Right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Free agency comes and Jalen Brunson signs quickly, right? Bim. Like he was coming the whole time. He was going to be here the whole time. So we get Jalen Brunson. And now we're like, okay, we got Jalen Brunson. But before the ink could dry, before Jalen Brunson can even do his introductory press conference, the rumor mill has us also trading for Donovan Mitchell. Right? Before, as soon as Woj dropped the Woj bomb, Jalen Brunson is a Knick, but relax, because this ain't the only thing happening. Knicks fans started high-fiving each other. Bro, I legit had to spend 6 hours a day on blowing tears. Not that I don't enjoy it. Y'all know I enjoy it. Y'all know I love being here. I love rocking. But 6 hours a day is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Knicks fans are like, Uncle Freezy, did you hear the rumor? Yeah, I heard it. I kind of broke the rumor. a little bit. Right? Here's the thing. The Knicks fans at that time felt like we can go into the season with Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. Right? We can go into the season with Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. At the time, I felt like if the Knicks got Donovan Mitchell, we could be at least at a minimum, and this is me at that time. Me right now and me back then are in two different places. Right? Right? And anybody that has a problem with that, you don't want to be around people like, you don't want to be around people that think like when you get additional information, you're supposed to act like the person you did when you didn't know. Like a 40-year-old man supposed to act like a 13-year-old teenager, even though he got additional information. You don't want to be around people like that. Like a 22-year-old, like a 50-year-old man is supposed to be like a 22-year-old man, even though you got more experiences and information and all that stuff. You don't want to get advice from them that believe in stuff like that. Man, he flip-flopping. Nah, you ain't want to be around cats like that. With additional information, we got to be smart. Right? But here's the thing. when the Knicks fan base heard that Donovan Mitchell was in the bag, we immediately looked to not that Donovan Mitchell is in the bag, but we looked to how Jalen Brunson was in the bag and how easy that went, and assumed that the Donovan Mitchell thing would be in the bag because the Jalen Brunson thing was in the bag and all the storylines were similar. He is 6'1" guard with playoff experience. His family members worked for a New York sports team. They make deep runs in the playoffs. All of this stuff. The Donovan Mitchell thing and the Jalen Brunson thing was similar. But here's the thing about that. And I want y'all to stay with me on this. When the Donovan Mitchell thing did not go through like we thought it was, and some people think the door for Donovan Mitchell is still open, right? If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. You know, I don't want to address that right now. What I'm doing is fast forwarding or drawing. You ever saw like those crime shows where it's like a board and they have all the strings connecting one picture to another and all of that? That's what I'm doing right now. Right? So the Donovan Mitchell thing didn't go through. A lot of us were upset, me included. I am in that. At the time, I felt like, and you guys tell me what y'all think in the chat. Tell me what y'all write what y'all think in the chat with the Donovan Mitchell thing. As you look back on it, tell me your feelings back then on how you felt when we didn't get Donovan Mitchell. Right? Because I felt like all these picks and all these kids can go for Donovan Mitchell. I still feel like that. But I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater, right? I'm not a hater. I just listen. I know I'm strong in certain areas and weak in others. I'm a man. I'm not perfect. Right? But the thing is when the Donovan Mitchell thing didn't go through in my mind, and I know it's probably wrong, but in my mind, I'm like, man, we really keeping Obi and Grimes and maybe Quickly, who I love, by the way. Quickly is my guy. RJ is my guy. Randle is my guy. Y'all know that. But I was like, really, man, are we saving these young kids and these draft picks that might not turn out to be anything because we don't want to give that up for Donovan Mitchell? I don't know. And so I confess to y'all, I kept it a buck with y'all. I was like, I'm apathetic. Y'all heard me say it here to y'all. Y'all heard me say I'm apathetic. Whatever happened, will happen. For those that watch the channel, they understand. I said, "Que sera, sera." Whatever will be, will be. Well, you fast forward through the season, and trust, I'm getting to tonight's game. I'm getting there, but we're gonna be here for a while, right? We're gonna be here for a while. Y'all don't worry. I'm not getting ready to cut out of here at like 45 minutes. I'm not getting ready to cut out of here at 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I reserve this time so all of us can rock together. So I can read y'all comments, so y'all can get me hyped up, so I can get y'all hyped up a little bit. Maybe I could say something to get Knicks fans in the right state of mind. But I reserve this time right here so that y'all can get me fired up for tonight. Right? But here's the thing. As the season started, I got blindsided by what I thought could be a Cam Reddish development. Man, we saw Cam Reddish come out the box. He was like, holy crap. We don't need Donovan Mitchell. We got Cam Reddish. That's my Knicks fan part talking. Holy crap. I'm glad we didn't trade for Spider Mitchell because Cam Reddish looked like he might be a player. As the season goes on, though, and Randle is balling, RJ is balling. RJ got off to a slow start, but he did things in other areas. His shooting was terrible, but he did things in other areas, right? But Cam Reddish looked like he would be something. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody with talent is not a winner. Everybody with the physical NBA gifts are not winners. The season goes on and you see us knock off some teams that we shouldn't have even been in the. Y'all saw us demolish the Celtics. Y'all saw in the Bucks game where Giannis was begging to the ref, they too physical. Giannis did this on a nationally televised game. Giannis is out here snitching at the scorer's table. Ref, they got physical freaks over there. They got too many athletes and they out here being physical. And the ref is looking at Giannis like, bruh, don't they call you the Greek freak? You out here complaining that Randle is 6'8", 250 with handles, can go to the basket, rebound at a high rate, and attempted the third most three-pointers per game. You out here complaining about Randle. You out here complaining about all these dudes. You the Greek freak. You supposed to be the league MVP. What? And so the season goes on, and this dude, Jalen Brunson, that we signed in free agency, proves to us that not only is he worth every dime of the money, that he is a leader and he's tough. Jalen Brunson came here proving to New Yorkers that not only was he worth every dime of that contract, maybe more, maybe he probably worth double. He probably worth double what he signed for. Jalen Brunson is worth double what he signed for because he came to New York filling a position of need. The Knicks hadn't had a guy at point guard that good since Clyde Frazier. I don't care about the Starberry comparisons. Starberry wasn't a winner, and that's my guy. I love Stephon Marbury. Y'all know that. I love him. I think he is grossly misunderstood. But on the court, he's not getting Jalen Brunson results. Mark Jackson is a pacer in my eyes. Mark Jackson didn't play his best basketball as a Knick. Mark Jackson did not play his best basketball as a Knick. He played his best basketball as a pacer. Mark Jackson is not a Knick in my eyes. Jalen Brunson, listen, hear me out. Jalen Brunson has had the biggest impact at the point guard position since Clyde Frazier. Jalen Brunson. And so Jalen Brunson carried this team or helped carry this team during the regular season. In my mind, the only reason why he was not an all-star this year is because of untimely injuries. That's it. Puerto Rico in the building was good. Hoodie Cab was good. What's good, man? Hoodie Cab says, no. Hoodie Cab, you wasn't even alive when Stephon Marbury was point guard here. Right? Don't do that. And look back at those Stephon Marbury teams. Those teams that Stephon Marbury was on, they never showed promise like this team is showing promise with Jalen Brunson. Stop it. Stop it, man. I know a lot of Knicks fans feel like we can't say anything about guys in our history. Don't do that. Give Jalen Brunson is this season that just passed is probably a top 5 New York Knicks point guard season. This season that just passed, Jalen Brunson probably played a top 5 New York Knicks point guard season. And not just because of scoring, but because of this roster that you see right now that can't score against the Miami Heat. He helped drag that roster for 82 games. This roster that you're looking at that's healthy for the most part, that's not missing, aside from Quickly. Quickly just got hurt. Quickly got hurt and the team was already being blown out. It wasn't like we had a 7-point lead, Quickly got hurt, and then we lost. We were already down by like 15 points when Quickly got hurt. Quickly hadn't shown up in his playoffs. Right? And that's my guy. I love him. Quickly my guy. I love him. Shout out to the chat, man. I see y'all. This season right here, but that just passed, just passed, and still Jalen Brunson's first year as a Knick is probably one of the most impressive seasons that you've seen a New York Knicks point guard play. And I dare anybody in the chat to find one, and we'll talk about it. Find one. Hoodie Kev, find a season that's comparable to this one that did not have Clyde Frazier at point guard. Find it. Find it. Don't tell me, well, Raymond Felton was with Melo. No. A point guard-led Knicks team. Find it. Somebody find it. Go find it. Go find a season where a New York Knicks point guard helped lead a team to the second round of the playoffs with upside towards the Eastern Conference Finals. Find it. Somebody find it. Find a season where a New York Knicks point guard help the team as a leader, not as third fiddle, as a leader on a New York Knicks team that got to the second round with upside looking at the Eastern Conference Finals and, dare I say, be competitive in the ECF. Find it, and I'll eat my words. And so I'll fast forward a little bit for the sake of time. Fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward. Yeah, they keep. Okay, I see y'all said Raymond Felton. Raymond Felton. Okay. All right. So I was gonna move on, but I'm just gonna look at Raymond Felton's numbers as a Knick. And I'm going to put them on the screen. I'm going to put Raymond Felton's numbers up on the screen. And Pudge, I don't like doing stuff like this. I don't like doing stuff like this, right? Y'all know I just like to kind of stay on task. But since we brought it up, Just for the record, Raymond Felton in his best season as a Knick shot 42% from the floor, 32.8% from three, and averaged 17.1 points a game in his best season as a Knick. So Pud says Felton got us to the playoffs. Felton got us to the playoffs. Okay. All right. Raymond Felton got us to the playoffs. Okay. This is my guy. I can't believe my guy Pud said. Okay. All right. Raymond Felton got us to the playoffs. We are going to diminish Jalen Brunson over Raymond Felton. Okay. All right. All I wanted to do was give Brunson his flowers. But we out here talking about there it is on the screen. There it is on the screen. Y'all see it. Raymond Felton in 2011, his best season as a Knick, he played 54 games. He shot 42.3% from the floor on 14.8, 15 shots. He shot 42.3%. He shot 32.8%. Man, this I don't even know why I even have this up here. Right? And the 2013 season that y'all talking about, numbers don't lie. The 2013 season y'all talking about, Raymond Felton took 13 shots a game. He shot 42.7% from the floor, 36% from three, and he averaged 13.9 points per game. What are we doing out here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing out here? Man, Knicks fans, come on, bro. Give Jalen Brunson his flowers. This is ridiculous. Give Jalen Brunson his flowers. What are y'all even talking about? Raymond Felton? We out here comparing Raymond Felton to Jalen. We out here comparing Jalen Brunson and Raymond Felton. What are we even talking about? What are we? What do we even talk? What do we even? Okay. Okay. So I outlined, the only thing about it is this. I outlined Raymond Felton and I forgot what Jalen Brunson's numbers look like. So I'm just gonna pull up Jalen Brunson's numbers just real quick as a Knick. Only as a Knick. I don't care what he did in Dallas. I don't care what Jalen Brunson did in Dallas. All I care about is what Jalen Brunson did as a Knick. Right? And don't care about none of that other stuff. I'm just going to show Jalen Brunson's numbers as a Knick. Jalen Brunson as a New York Knick. Jalen Brunson as a New York Knick. Jalen Brunson shot 49.1% from the floor. That's already better than Raymond Felton. We shouldn't even go any further, but I will. Jalen Brunson shot 41.6% from three. Jalen Brunson averaged 24 points a game. Come on. Let's give Jalen Brunson his flowers, man. Come on, man. Let's not do the Marbury, revisionist history, the Raymond Felton revisionist history, the Shane Larkin, the Pablo Prigioni, the Michael Ray Richardson, the Rod Strickland, the Mark Jackson revisionist history. Jalen Brunson shot 49% from the floor, shot 41, basically 42% from three, averaged 24 points a game on a team that is in the second round of the playoffs, potentially looking at making the Eastern Conference Finals once we get this thing figured out. Let's do that. Let's give Brunson his flowers, man. I'm a Knicks fan like y'all. I'm a Knicks fan like y'all. I've been a Knicks fan probably too long. I don't when somebody has been a fan for so long and they don't never get nothing, you like, why am I even still doing it? It's because I'm a Knicks fan, man. Let's see what Hoodie Kev said. Hoodie Kev says, I would drop Brunson in a heartbeat if Damian Lillard said he wanted to play with the Knicks. And Hoodie Kev also says, Mark Jackson won Rookie of the Year with the. I know that. Hoodie Kev, how old were you when Mark Jackson won Rookie of the Year? Can you put that in the chat? Hoodie Kev, how old were you in 1988? Hoodie Kev, can you put that in the chat too? Because you hitting me with stuff, right? Put your age. How old were you when you were watching Mark Jackson win Rookie of the Year? So Hoodie Kev says he was 3 years old, right? Hoodie Kev, you were 3 years old, right? In 1988. So you were born in 1985, 84, 85? You were born in 84, 85. So Hoodie Kev was born 84, 85. That means Hoodie Kev is what, 39-ish? 39, 38, something like that. Me and Boogie Down were, I was about 20. I don't know how old exactly. So Hoodie Kev says, I'm currently 37. That means you were a year and a half when Mark Jackson won Rookie of the Year. Do you remember the other players in that class? Do you remember who finished second in Rookie of the Year? Do you remember who finished third? Right? The thing is I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody in the chat, y'all, but listen. Chat, y'all know how it is. People will go find Wikipedia facts and throw them into a conversation. I don't need Wikipedia. I am Wikipedia. I was there. Andrew College, right? Right. I don't need Wikipedia, bro. I am Nicopedia. I'm Nicopedia. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. I was there. I saw it. There's a bunch of people in the chat too. They are Nicopedia. I asked them. If I can't remember, I'll ask the ones in the chat. They were there. I need to listen. In 10 years, I'm not going to ask a 12-year-old about this season that just happened. Shout out to Wiz. Wiz says, I was in the garden. Me too, Wiz. Me and Wiz may have walked by each other on the concourse and not even know it. Almighty Finesse is in the building. Hey, I love you. Listen, y'all know Almighty Finesse is my heartstring, right? Almighty Finesse is my heartstring. Like I go and like somebody chat, and Almighty Finesse will be like, "Y'all best players suck. Let's go Knicks." Yo, I love Almighty Finesse is legit my heartstring, bro. Almighty Finesse is like, yo, y'all best players whack. Let's go Knicks. Shout out to Almighty Finesse. That's my dog right there. I love Almighty Finesse. And Pud says, y'all gassing JB up for one second. No. That's not what I'm saying is give him credit for this season. I never said Jalen Brunson, slow down, relax. I never said Jalen Brunson was a Hall of Famer. What I did say, though, is this one season that you saw may have been a top 5 Knicks point guard season ever. Give that man credit. Give him credit. He's ours. He belongs to the Knicks, and the Knicks belong to him. That's what I'm saying. He is our guy. And I'm not going to talk trash about him because of the way things are going in the playoffs. I'm not going to, even though we can be critical of any player on our roster at any time can get it. But we don't want to do it unjustly. We don't want to diminish what he's doing. We don't want to say, he about like what Raymond Felton did for us. Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. Come on. And Hoodie Kev, where's Hoodie Kev thing? And Hoodie Kev says, right until someone convinces Lillard to come to New York Finals. Bro, we don't care. Hoodie Kev, we don't care nothing about no other team players. All we care about is us. We here. It's New York versus everybody, bro. I don't care nothing about no dudes or no other teams at this moment. At this moment, all we care about is us. New York, we here. I don't care nothing about nobody else best player. I don't care nothing about. The only reason why I even mentioned other teams' players is because during the offseason, when these things matter, we were in a conversation for them. But now the regular season is over. It's the postseason. I don't care nothing about Damian Lillard. He a loser. Win with your own franchise first. Prove something to somebody. I don't care nothing about no Karl Anthony Towns talent. He a loser. I don't care nothing about Damian Lillard. I don't care nothing about Bradley Beal. They losers. I don't care. All I care about is these Knicks. Let's go. And so in response, Hoodie Kev says, Charlie Ward led us to the finals. That let me know when you were watching this, you were a baby. Because anytime somebody say something wildly reckless like Charlie Ward led us to the finals, lets us know you may be bandwagon, bro. Hoodie Kev may be bandwagon Knicks. And that's my guy. I love Hoodie Kev. Hoodie Kev, my guy. Hoodie Kev, my guy. But anytime somebody say something wild and reckless like Charlie Ward led us to the finals, makes us think that you might be rooting for another team secretly. You might be a Chicago Bulls fan. So, but anyway, the point that I was getting at is this. Where we are today and this feeling that we have to after we win tonight. Tonight we are on pins and needles, right? This morning we were on pins and needles because we're hoping that we don't go down 3-1. CWC is in the building. Shout out to my guy CWC. Real King says, "Do or die tonight." Right. This is what I'm getting. Real King, this is what I'm getting to right here. This is what I was gonna. This is where I wanted to get to. I wanted to build up the where we are today versus where we've come from is what we should be talking about. Because if you rewind the calendar 365 days to this time last year, we were a mess. The Knicks were a MESS mess. 365 days before this, before where we are, the Knicks were a MESS mess. And tonight, my man Tom from Huntington is in the building. Tom says, salute. We got this tonight. Let's go Knicks. That is how I feel right now. And I know you can't feel that energy yet. But what I'm saying to you, and this is for everybody, this is for all my loyal Knicks fans that's listening and watching. I am so confident about us taking game 4. I can't wait. I wish they would tip off at 10 o'clock. Because in my opinion, I think you're going to get the very best of a desperate Tom Thibodeau, of a desperate Knicks roster who knows what is at stake tonight. The Smoking Nick is in the building. Double A is in the building. Okay, Double A, I see you. Double A in the building. The Smoking Nick is in the building. Okay. Okay. The Smoking Nick, one of the dopest logos in the game. I see you look TSK. I got you. TSK getting all that green. People out there say, what the hell does that mean? TSK. Okay, I see you, TSK. TSK getting that green. People always say, what the hell does that mean? Okay, TSK, I see you. I see you, TSK. TSK don't know what I'm talking about, though. TSK don't know what I'm talking about. But it's all right. But listen, I have a point that I want to get to with tonight's game. I have a point that I want to get. First of all, the Miami Heat punched us on the chin. The Miami Heat punched us on the chin. We backed up, but we didn't take it well, right? Here's the thing about getting punched. In order for us, and this is paramount, right? Let me reset that. The Heat punched us in the mouth. For game 4, they know that we coming out swinging. Chat, bear with me. I'm going to try to build this thing up to another. I'm going to try to build this thing up to another place, all right? The Miami Heat knows that we are coming out for a game 4, swinging. So they know they have to go up game. They know they have to win this game. The Miami Heat knows they have to win this game. Bully, the Miami Heat knows they have to win this game, but the Knicks are going to come out swinging. And when the Knicks win tonight, Bully, when the Knicks win tonight, both teams know that a game 5 on the Knicks home floor is paramount. Hulk Hope TV is in the building. Big Herb's in the building. Tonight on TNT, you are going to see the most desperate Knicks team that you've seen during the Leon Rose era. You can book it. Tonight on TNT, 7:30. I ain't giving them no pub, but whatever. You are going to see the most desperate New York Knicks team you've seen during the Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau era. For multiple reasons, right? Here is reason number 1, mortality. If the Knicks go down 3-1 to the Miami Heat without being desperate, without being scrappy, game 5, the Heat will blow us out on our home floor, and y'all going to have to live with that for the rest of your life. If the Knicks don't come out tonight scrappy and win game 4, or just come out scrappy in game 4, if the Heat win by 2 in a scrappy game where we just didn't have enough, that's one thing. But if we come out here soft against the Heat tonight and they win, the season's over. 3-1, we going back to the Garden, and we get gentlemanly swept. And that's something Knicks fans have to live with for the rest of their life. And I know that sounds like overkill, but what Nick in here forgets about the playoffs? Hoodie Cab just mentioned Charlie Ward. We don't forget. It sounds like overkill, but we don't forget. We don't forget. Here's the second part to it, and probably the most important. If these Knicks players come out tonight and lay down, don't give their best effort, don't show that they got dog in them, they come out here soft, and they lose to the Miami Heat, Leon Rose, you could, listen, you can damn near book it that Leon Rose is getting rid of everybody. You hear me? You coming out here like fashionistas. You coming out here like you ain't got that dog in you. Tonight, when the season is on the line and this franchise wants to win, when the offseason get here, Cats is getting traded to Akron and Cincinnati. Cats is going to get traded to Kansas City. Cats is going to get traded to Rochester. And they don't even have basketball teams. If these cats come out here tonight and don't show that they have dog in them, and I'm talking about everybody, I'm talking about everybody. If these dudes don't come out here tonight and show that they got dog in them, they come out here and play soft and get beat by the Miami Heat in Game 4, Tom Thibodeau and Leon Rose is getting rid of everybody. Everybody that don't show that they got dog in them is gone. Everybody. Don't care what your talent level is. If you ain't got dog in you, you gone. Leon Rose gonna be trading dudes to Albuquerque. Leon Rose legit is gonna be trading cats to El Paso. Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau gonna be sending dudes to Nashville, to the Pittsburgh Fish. Because the franchise and the fan base is ready for a winner. Chat, are you ready for a winner? I'm asking the chat. I'm asking you as individuals, but together. I'm asking the collective, but I'm asking you as an individual. You look at me dead in my face. I'm asking you. You look at me dead in my eyes. I'm asking you, are you ready for the Knicks to be a winner? I'm looking at each one of y'all dead in your face. Are you, as a Knicks fan, ready for the Knicks to put a winner on the floor every season going forward? Are you ready for a winner? And I already know what the majority of y'all are going to say. I know what y'all are going to say. Y'all going to be like, Uncle Freezy, what kind of question is that? Stop being disrespectful. I've been ready. Y'all like, yo, big dog, don't ask me a question like that. I've been ready for a winner. And think about this. If tonight we watch a team that goes out there like fashionistas and don't have that dog in them, and don't play the most desperate game during the Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau era, our feeling about this team is going to change. Even though that'll probably be what, game 90? That'll be what, game 90? I think we played like 90 games this season. All the goodwill leading up to this game 4 will be thrown out the window if this team lays an egg tonight. And so, listen, it sounds like I'm putting an immense amount of pressure on a young team to be something that they're not ready to be. But you know what? It's the playoffs. Sorry. This is what we exist for right here. To get in the playoffs, and put our best foot forward on every play. To put our best foot forward on every play. That's the reason why you play. You play 82 games so that you can get into the playoffs. You win your first round matchup so that you can get right here where we at. That's what you play for. And tonight, if these cats don't come out and be that, if they don't play the most desperate game of the Leon Rose era, of the Tom Thibodeau and Leon Rose era, you can best believe changes are going to be made in the offseason. You know how I know this? Last year, we didn't make the playoffs, and changes were made in the offseason. 2 years ago, we played in the first round, and we didn't execute against an Atlanta Hawks team that was a lot better than we anticipated at the time. And changes were made in that offseason. And so to think that if we don't get to where we want to go and this playoffs changes won't be made, we being naive with ourselves. We're being naive. If you think if this team does not perform, if you think this team is not going to perform tonight as a desperate, hungry team, then two things have happened. We're mistaken about the heart of this team. And I always say you can't judge the heart of a man, right? You don't want to say, he ain't got no heart. You don't want to say that. But if this team goes out and looks like it, now, what can you do? Here's the other thing real quick, and I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, right? But here's the other thing real quick that I wanna mention. Here's the other thing I want to mention just real quick. If the Knicks win tonight against the Heat and prove that they can beat the Heat on their floor, when we get back to the Garden, I got excited right there, y'all. I'm sorry. I have a thought in my mind I'm trying to convey, right? But when I thought about the fact that the Knicks beat the Heat in Game 4 and get back to the Garden for Game 5, bruh. All I'm saying is this. When the Knicks win tonight and get back to the Garden for Game 5, is hell in a cell. Is hell in a cell. Right? It's hell in a cell. That's all I want to. When the Knicks beat the Heat tonight, and get back to Game 5, all I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna throw this scenario out there, and then I'm gonna throw the link in the chat so the haters can come in and be like, no, I want Damian Lillard. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat so the haters can come in here and ruin y'all morning and be like, but I want Damian Lillard. In my mind, there would be no sweeter way to get to our rival, the Boston Celtics, than to close out the Miami Heat in Game 6 on their floor. There is no sweeter way to get to Boston or Philly, whoever. I don't care at this point. Listen, I don't care if it's Boston. I don't care if it's Philly. There is no sweeter way to get to a Boston or Philly than to close out the Miami Heat on their floor. Bring on Boston. Bring on Philly. And listen, if it's one of those deals, listen, I know what people are gonna say, man. Yo, put one foot in front of the other. Don't worry about Boston. Don't worry about Philly. We need to worry about Miami. Well, we are worried about Miami, man. I spoke for 75 minutes about Miami. I'm not a softie. I ain't ready to cry a river over the Miami Heat. I ain't ready to get up here and cry. Oh, well, Miami, Miami. No, I ain't doing that. If that's what y'all want, sorry. If y'all wanted me to get up here and cry about how good Miami is, maybe y'all on the wrong channel. I'm a Knicks fan. I wear stuff like this around all the time. People like, man, that old ass shirt. Yeah, that's right. I'm an old ass Knicks fan too. Been doing it too long. Been doing it too long, bro. All up and down the East Coast representing the Knicks. All up and down the East Coast. Y'all be at Knicks games. Y'all be in DC. Y'all be in DC. You like, who that big? That big dude right there, he look like he should be playing for the Jets. Rocking Knicks gear. Representing my Knicks. Right? All in Memphis, Tennessee, at their concession stand, eating barbecue, screaming, let's go Knicks the whole time. Cats come over there, yo, you in here screaming. And then they see it's Uncle Freezy and like 20 other dudes, and they like, hey man, how y'all doing? All in Atlanta, me and 35, 40 other dudes, 50 dudes, and me and 50 other people. They like, man, who is that coming in State Farm making all? They see it's like me and 50 other dudes. They like, hey man, how y'all doing? You feel me? You feel me? Listen, and I'm not saying that I'm putting the Timmy on people. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna just say this clear. Knicks are life. Knicks are life. For a lot of us, that's why we here 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday talking about Knicks. Knicks are life, bro. It's what we do. Bob D in the building. Okay, I see you. But the Knicks win tonight and then go back to the Garden for Game 5 with that same level of desperation. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Even look at Hoodie Cav. Hoodie Cav is like, yo, don't forget the show being broadcast on the Jumbotron in State Farm. Yo, we in State Farm Arena. They got State Farm Arena. They like flashing blowing tears on the Jumbotron. Y'all forgot about that. Y'all forgot about that, bro. We represent. State Farm Arena legit got Blorence tears and all that on the Jumbotron, flashing Blorence tears. An ABC game showing Blorence tears on the joint, flashing it. Come on, bro. This can't even be real life right here. This can't even be real right here. This is, you know what I'm saying? But the possibility of the Knicks getting to Game 5 with they having to win the best 2 out of 3. The best 2 out of 3 against the Heat with 2 games at home. Win tonight, and it's a best 2 out of 3 series, and the Knicks have 2 of those games at home. How y'all feeling about that? How y'all feel about that? Raymond Felton ain't never got us that far. I'm gonna throw the link in it. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, man. Hold, let me see. Let me find the link. The Knicks win tonight. The Knicks win tonight, and then it's a best 2 out of 3 with Miami. How y'all like that? Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. That's 3 games. 2 of those games at home. How y'all like that? I like that. I like that.
Hey, so
What's good, man? How you doing?
Fine. I mean,
you gonna say something about Tibbs, right?
Of course, the tactical tin man's the thing that bugs me. I mean,
you know what that sound? You know what that sound like? The Knicks fans, right?
Negative Nancy.
Every time you come on, the first thing you do is talk about Tom Thibodeau. That make you sound like a hater. Is you got to axe the grind with Tibbs? I'm asking. Do you think the Knicks should make a coaching change?
At least get a coach who's a lot more tactically flexible than this guy. Because once he sets a course on one path, you can't rip him off him until you pull his head out of his ass.
Well, I'm asking you though. I'm just asking you, like, for the yes or no part. Do you feel like the Knicks should make a coaching change?
Yes. Within the next 2 years, they need to get rid of him.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I could say the same for Showalter with the Mets.
Right.
I mean, I don't give I openly stated countless times on other podcasts. On the We Gotta Believe podcast, I'm not giving Buck more than a 3-year leash.
Okay.
And this is year 2 for him.
Right. Well, the thing as far as Buck goes, that's something we could talk about on another channel. But Tibbs, what non-adjustments did he make that you didn't like? Like what could he do better specifically?
I know I'm being a dead horse, but put Grimes back on the front line.
Okay.
And put Hart back on the bench. He's a bench spark plug, not a starting lineup guy. Hart can't stretch the court where Grimes can.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
Well, I would say this about Tom Thibodeau. Outside of Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, this roster is very flawed.
I know
very, very flawed. And not saying that they don't have talent, because the roster is very talented, but a young roster needs experience, right? Young guy, they basically need experience. Oh, look who here. Hold on for a split second. Let me bring hold on. A split second. Be patient with me. Bear with me. Hold on.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, me and I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting.
Yeah.
But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting.
What?
I'm podcasting,
What?
he's podcasting.
What?
I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest thing to...
Bam, my
Boogie,
guy is in the
Brian.
Good morning,
building.
gentlemen.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm all right. Man, I just came on here to beautiful give Monday, up some man. good information.
Yeah,
I had to take a day or two to relax as a Knicks fan after that loss. But I'm doing all right. I also still feel like I still say to everybody, Hart needs to be the guy that steps up. We know he ain't slowing down Jimmy, but I'm saying he need to be contesting those shots, being in front of him, and he need to be the one to put on his work boots and go to work. We need him to be the guy. I'm sorry, I've been saying it. I just feel like if Hart get 27, 15 rebounds, maybe 9 or 11 assists, I think we could win. But it has to be Hart because Randle, he's too many question marks. But go ahead, gentlemen. I'm sorry.
And on top of that,
Hold on. Wait a minute. Go ahead, Jay Boogie. Hold on.
That's fine. Go ahead. Push. I'm good. Go ahead. Push.
Okay.
Go ahead, my guy.
And on top of that, you throw in that Quickly might not be able to play tonight. He needs to let McBride off the bench and play more frequently tonight. And that's if he benches Quickly. I mean, we saw how the 8-man rotation backfired on him in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right.
Nah, I think that we should just use Hartenstein more, and I don't know what's up with Robinson, man, but Robinson need to be like how he was with the Cavs. If we get that back and let Hartenstein continue on the boards and we help with the assists, I'm saying we got it, but a lot of question marks, like IQ's been questionable, like a lot of people who I thought was gonna come through, even RJ. I'm like I said, I still got faith in RJ, but for me, it's
Oh boy. Hey, y'all got
I gotta believe in
the
Randle
sharks
and Hart.
circling. Y'all got the sharks circling. It's some sharks coming in here for y'all, man. Hold on for a split second, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you.
That's right, baby. We're coming.
Salute, Ghetto. Salute, Wiz.
Hey. There
Hey, yo,
we
happy
go. Now
Monday
we ready.
morning.
Oh, okay, you
Hey, yo, we
I was like, what I do? He
podcasting.
muted me.
We podcasting.
Hey, hold
Happy
on.
Monday
Hey,
morning,
BT. Hey, I'm sorry, G. BT. Hey, the reason why you muted, bro, is we don't want people talking during the intros. Yeah, just let them intros rock, man. Let them, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's when GI come in the building, we gotta respect the fact that GI intro playing. It's like having people talking during when Ric Flair comes to the stage. You know what I'm saying? Come to the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. We gotta. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason for that, man. That's all it is. GI, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Now I'm just here to say we podcasting. I'm gonna tell you
Podcasting.
something. Now you don't understand. Let me get this bar off, all right? I was sitting here minding my business. I had on like a t-shirt. I heard that the beat dropped for you. I had on my skull cap, my hoodie, and I'm podcasting. I'm here, baby. J Boogie, thank you. And listen, I don't know about no Freezy with no Blancos tears this year, J Boogie. Freezy on top of the earth. His views is through the roof. The Knicks is winning. He got amazing content. He got amazing commentary around him. Man, I better not see no tears, J Boogie. I better see this man jumping up and down and praise the Lord has blessed him.
That's right. We're gonna be changing this chain from Blanche Tears. From now, we're gonna be doing Blanche Cheers. I'm just trying to little J Book. That's okay. Okay, Blanche Cheers. Blanche Cheers, baby.
Yeah. We trying to get Blarn smiles. That's what we trying to do. Get Blarn smiles. That's what we trying to do.
That's right, baby. I'm ready. I can't even sleep, but yo, man, I've been up since 5 a.m. plotting how we're gonna win tonight. We gotta win tonight, man. It's 7:30 here in LA. I've been up since 5:30 going. Where the future go? Come on, man. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm waiting, baby, because this is it. This is it, man.
This is it right here, man.
And Hoodie Cam, oh man, that youngster talking about Charlie Ward. I'm sorry, man. Man, come on, man. In so many different ways, JB this year showed us some stuff that ain't been done in Knicks history. I mean, you got to go back to Clyde, baby. I'm sorry. I love me some Charlie Ward. Love me some Mark Jackson, Starberry. Man, but
Bruce Starberry.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wiz, hold on. First off, screw Starberry.
I wouldn't go that far now. He's a hometown boy, though. He's a hometown boy.
I'm just saying, the guy was a selfish little ball hog who was basically built, who had a team surrounding him of nothing more than get-rich-quick pieces, because Isaiah Thomas was a complete and utter idiot with a roster.
Yo, man, I'm just saying that tonight, I don't care who's going to show up. I know who's going to show up tonight for sure. I mean, I do care who's going to show up, but I know for sure Brunson going to show up like crazy. That's how I know that for a fact. Everybody else, I expect them to, but I know Brunson going to be showing up tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight we either do or we die.
So, hey, BT, you had a point that you made too about Josh Hart being do everything for us tonight.
Yeah.
Can you expound on that just a little bit about how Josh Hart with the 25 and 27 and
Okay, I can break it down for you. This is what I'm talking about as far as his potential. Wait, somebody, hold on. Is that me? Hold on, give me a second.
No, hey, Wiz, is that you? Yeah, that was Wiz. He got it.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. But like the way Hart needs to play is play full court defense on. I know it's gonna be hard, but just keeping up and staying in front of Mr.
Butler.
Jimmy Buckets. Yeah, Mr. Jimmy Buckets. You stay up with him, contest his shots, don't draw no fouls. Just stay in front of him because he still got to make those shots, even if he gets hot. Right now, back on the offensive end, Hart needs to get down in the position to grab the boards and go back up with it. Play put back ball. He needs to do mostly offensive rebounds. He needs to get in the paint and bang. Following his lead would be Randle because he won't be at the top of the key. Because if you see that Jimmy's down low, more people is going to contest Jimmy from getting the rebound and having him bring up the ball. That's pretty much what that's what I've been seeing. If Jimmy starts off with the ball, we need Hart on him immediately. Or, well, I would say Grimes, but I don't know about that. But for me, like I said, he just keeps that contested pressure of Hart on him day in and day out. We good because he still got to make those shots. And even let's say Butler does go off and does a 40 or 50 piece, it's still going to be good because Hart is going to be able to give you the assists, give you the rebounds, and maybe even put Butler in foul trouble. That's what I mean by Hart got to be down, banging down low in the beginning. And then, you take him out and then you sub him in periodically, let him rest a little bit, let him play the first 5-7 minutes, and then in the next quarter, let him play the back 5 minutes or interject him like that. But try to keep Hart on Butler. And I think he could do it because defensively, if he's down there banging, grabbing them boards and putting it back up, Butler can't stop him. That's just me, though. That's just one of the ways. There's other ways, too, because like I said, him being down there, kind of Randle will feed off of it. He won't be he'll be down there banging, too. But
all right.
Guys.
So here's the pushback on that just a little bit, just to your strategy, right? So what happens when Josh Hart crashes the boards? Who's going to get back in transition defense if he don't get the rebound?
Right.
Which has been the problem with putting Hart in the front line.
Right. So yeah, BT, what happens in transition defense when Josh Hart don't get the offensive rebound?
Yeah. Nah, I'm just saying, like, I just want him to do the putback because, to be honest with you, him being on a constant move and moving Jimmy Butler out of position and getting put back.
I understand that. You already said that already. I get that part. But I'm saying if Josh Hart gets 3 offensive rebounds, what happens the 15 other times that he don't get it?
That's true. I'm
asking you. I'm asking you to explain it.
That's the way that they could actually get if he's not down there grabbing the boards, like you said, if he only does it 3 times and then let's say the other 15, that's an opportunity that they
throwing outlet passes over the top of the defense to other
exactly.
And now you got Jalen Brunson.
Those fast breaks. You're right.
Yeah. Now you got Jalen Brunson and transition.
Because Bam Adebayo ain't just letting Josh Hart out rebound.
Yeah, but the whole thing is also Randle's supposed to be down there helping him, and then like I said, him and Mitchell can switch up. The reason why I say Brunson,
somebody got something clicking, man. Somebody got something clicking while somebody talking.
Sorry, that was.
Okay.
I mean, it's been an issue. I've had an issue the last few days because my computer's broken, so I'm using an iPad.
Right. Just try to limit that, or just put yourself on mute when you're not. and then that way we won't have it clicking up here
Sorry.
while others are
Sorry about
trying to
that.
rock too. Right. I'm sorry, BT.
No, I was just saying because for me, like the whole purpose is when Hart's involved offensively and defensively, yeah, it does help them, but then at the same time, it messes with Jimmy Butler. So for me, I just say that like we need Jimmy to be contained. I know we can't stop him, but we need him to be contained.
We also need to contain Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Max Strus. We need perimeter D, and this is where Miles would come in handy if Tunnel Vision Tibby would let him off the bench.
But see, this is what I'm talking about. Last game, they shot poorly. They shot really, really bad. We should have been able to take advantage of it. How is it that we're shooting like 12% at the three-point range? Why are we even shooting threes? This is what I'm saying. When we had the 8-point lead, when we were down by 8, why are we still shooting three-pointers 2-3 times in one play? We're doing the same offensive rebounds, kick out, doing three-point play again. No, bang them boards, draw them fouls, try to bring the lead down. Use the shot clock. That's what I'm talking about. Have Hart be that guy, and Brunson's gonna get his. But I'm just saying, for some reason, I feel if we build a little bit more around Hart, he's gonna be that guy to keep the consistency. Like for me, I think that Brunson's the main dude, and then the link between Brunson to Randle is Hart. So to keep all three together, it's like a key, lock, and a door. See what I'm saying?
Right.
All three need to be in sync, and Hart is the key. Randall's the door, and the lock is Brunson. So Hart has to be the key to unlock it and open up the potential. That's what I'm saying. All three of us got to work together.
I think the other issue is, of course, ref ball. Because the refs have always been screwed. Because, let's face it, we didn't get screwed over that much by the refs in the Cavs series. But this one, because there's more money in it, we're getting screwed left and right by the refs.
Yeah, if Hart's crashing the board, who else? So Mitch and iHeart with Josh crashing the offensive boards, right?
Hartenstein is going to be back on defense, yeah. And you mix it up with Hartenstein when Randall's out, have him run back on D, because Hartenstein's been getting some good assists and he's been playing good defense. But have him trail out more at the three-point line. Keep Mitchell down low. And then, like I said, keep switching them up that way.
So Josh Hart should be the star, going forward, like more than
No. He should be a Joe. The best way I can say this, he should be a Joe Dumars. When like how Isaiah was the guy that controlled it and conducted, and then when Isaiah had a little bit of problem, he went to Joe, and Joe just boom clicked it on, and everybody's like, "Yo, Joe's not just defense; he's really like out here balling." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen Joe Dumars just click it on and just go. I'm not saying Hart is that, but I'm saying from that elk, I could use that as an example.
So what do you do? What do you do with RJ and on in that scenario?
See, when he's resting, this is what you do. Because like I said, Hart has been that guy that mentors. And I think that people listen to him more than quickly. For me, the way I see how he is. So what he can do is when it's his time to rest, have RJ switch with Hartenstein or have him switch with Toppin, have him switch with the defense on Butler. That way it's not as bad. And he keeps seeing different types of movement and different types of people. But like I said, idea is not to get those fouls.
So you have Josh off the bench, though, right? With Grimes started?
No. I said let him start off the first 5 or 7 minutes,
okay,
and then rest him out, and then start putting in Grimes, and then start letting those guys come in, and then have Hart come in. Like when you start to see it get bad, yo, Hart, come in. We need you to step up. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say he got to be the key to keep the flow together.
But here's always been my problem with starting Hart in the front line. It takes away that spark plug off the bench. Grimes is not comfortable with the second unit. He was always comfortable with the first unit. And the majority of the games, what was the front line 5? Brunson, Grimes, Barrett, Randle, Robinson. Occasionally you'd have Sims in there in case Mitch got injured. And there was at least 2 games where Hartenstein started. But the bulk of the year, it was those 5. It was only after game 2 or 3 against Cleveland that Hart ended up taking up most of the spotlight in the 2 slot. And Spoelstra has exploited that to basically contain Josh. It's time to go back to what brought us to the dance. Get Grimes in the 2 slot.
What's most important to piggyback off what Metz is saying is This team is too young. We don't have enough playoff experience to just say, all right, we played 95 games one way. Now the next game we're gonna play something different. That's just not. It's not. It doesn't work for no. There's no team, no even veteran teams, maybe can pull off a scheme here and there. But to suggest, first of all, for Josh Hart to do what the young man is suggesting, Josh Hart, you'd have to take the ball out of Brunson and out of Randle's hands. And guys, you got to. The reality is that ball is never coming out of Brunson's hands. At this series, the ball is a deterrent in Brunson's hands because Miami is immediately doing this trapping zone type defense right at the top of the 3-point line where Brunson likes to get deep. They're forcing him to play offense outside the foul line, and it's not working. So it's pushing, it's forcing the Knicks, which it should be a good thing in today's NBA, y'all told me. But the Knicks, 60 to 70% of the 3-pointers we're taking are wide open 3-pointers.
And they can't.
We're
But
making
this is why I say,
30. Hold on, fam. I'll let you
right,
speak. I didn't interrupt. Hold on. Because this is the key. Because you was about to take away my at church. They say this is the shouting moment. This is the shouting moment. This offense that they're doing, the defense that they're playing against us, is forcing the ball out of Brunson's hands quicker, so we can't play how we historically played all season. But guess what? We're now getting to shoot all these open 3-pointers that we're just not making. If we made 35% 3-pointers, we'd be up 3-1 in the series. Tonight is going to be about the same thing. They're going to trap. We're not going to take the ball out of Brunson's hand. So to suggest anything different is just not going to happen. Everybody can have their point, but I'm going to land mine. We're not taking the ball out of Brunson's hands, but Miami's not going to let Brunson beat him. So they're going to trap the ball out of his hands. These guys are going to get wide open 3-pointers. Why I want to start Grimes is because he's a better shooter. If he hits some of them open threes early and then they get scared, then I can get the ball. I can get them to switch that defense and play Brunson a little more man for man. The only way we're beating Miami is to get Brunson off. If we can't beat Miami, if we can't get Brunson off, then I hope in the offseason we learn some more offenses that Brunson isn't the ball dominant player.
But you just proven my case. When you just said how they try to trap Brunson and everything, the reason why I said to start Hart the first 5 to 7 minutes is to create a different type of flow and upkeep to see how the game starts off. Then you have to come off the bench.
Dude,
You're ignoring my point, man.
No,
you got to address my
point.
point. Hold on, let me give you the point.
Okay, go
Josh
ahead.
Hart would have to have the ball in his hands. They're not putting the ball in Josh Hart's hands, so your whole point is moot. They're not putting the ball in R.J. Barrett's hands. They're only putting the ball in Brunson or Quickly hand when Brunson's out. That's it. So I don't know how Hart is going to get this 25 you're speaking of.
Okay. Like I said, you start him off in the first 5 minutes to throw it off, and then you have him playing off like the bench. That's all I was assuming because of all the issues that we have starting off defensively. We can start it off in a certain type of tempo, and then from there, go back to what we know. I'm just saying to try to throw a hitch into the Heat. That's it. I'm not trying to say that RJ isn't going to get the ball or anything like that. Just saying for 5 minutes, let's give a different type of tempo to see what happens.
Nobody suggested you said that RJ is going to get the ball, but again, the point you're missing,
take the ball out of his hands.
Hart has been starting. He's been starting, but the offense isn't changing, and we're not going to change the offense. Fam, I got to be extremely passionate with you because if you watch the Knicks, you got to agree with me. Our offense starts with Brunson and ISO. Everybody gets theirs after. Hold on. I'm being factual here, guys. It's not an opinion. It's not.
I already know it's fact, Ghetto.
Right. So then where would Brunson get off the ball for Hart to get 25 to even start getting 25 at the first 6 minutes of the game? This is what I need to hear. What's the conduit? Don't just say it. How do we have to play for that to happen?
Okay.
And that's the part that bugs me.
I was going to say, like I also said, if he's down there grabbing offensive and defensive rebounds as well, that also can contribute to him getting that 25. Because putbacks as well is our problem. Because when they're out shooting threes that we have been missing lately, you're right. We have been shooting a lot of open threes. But our 3-point percentage is like the worst in the league. I think we're third bottom. This is what I'm saying. If Hart is down there and getting those putbacks and getting those and ones, that's going to contribute to his overall scoring. I'm not saying in the first 5 minutes we're going to run the whole offense through Hart. I'm just saying have Hart on the court. That's it. Throw it up for a little bit and then bring him off the bench and then see what happens. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we run everything and the whole offense has to change. I'm just saying throw a little bit of Hart in there to see how it is, take him out, and then let's see what we can work with. Because to be honest, the way that the Heat came out in the last game, they started off good and they ended off good. Like it was just a cruise ship for them. So I think that they are well prepared for us.
That's factual. But what to argue about whether Hart is the answer or not? We beat this to death. Let's move on. For me, it's this. I hear Knicks fans. I know y'all want to come up with a bunch of fancy ways to beat the Miami Heat. But I gotta pull my inner JB. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Y'all guys to understand when you in the casino and you gambling with the house's money, you're not supposed to look stressed. You're not supposed to be desperate. In fact, the casino got their eyes on you. Man, I need to put some more wood on that table. If he walk out now, he win it. If we walk out right now, if this series was to end right now, the New York Knicks was not supposed to be one of the last 4 teams standing in the Eastern region. Let me go one step further, Freezy, if you're allowed. Look at the 4 teams standing and look at the teams that failed. The 4 teams standing, the Celtics, they're in a backbreaker situation. They've been changing their coaches. They got to beat Philadelphia. Philadelphia's got to win. All these teams are in must. Miami, I'll be honest, Jimmy Butler, bless him, but he's old. When Jimmy Butler's off this team, when Bam Adebayo's off this team, we're not as old as the Miami Heat. They better be playing as hard as they play because when those vets leave, they got Martin, who is other power forward that could shoot. I didn't even know he was that good. Maybe they'll have Tyler Hero if he's helping. We cannot get desperate and just give up all and forget who we are, forget that we got all our draft picks in front of us. I've been paying attention to players who are changing the face of the playoffs. Jimmy Butler's one of them players. We got to, in this offseason, we got to get out of this series healthy. Look, we got to fight back. If we can hit open shots, we can win. If we can't hit open shots, then we're going home. And we deserve to go home because this is a 3-point era. We took a lot of 3-pointers this year. We lived or die with the 3-pointers at times. You know why? Because teams are not just going to let a 6-foot point guard. When they have talented enough wings, they're not going to let Jalen Brunson beat us. The only team that was going to let us do that was the Cavs, and they were too young. Miami and Spoelstra is not going to let Brunson beat us. That forces Randle to go back to last year. Randle, you're right. Hart, a bunch of other guys is the answer, but it means the ball has got to come out of Jalen Brunson's hands. And unfortunately, we've been talking about
odds are not likely that's happening.
It doesn't happen.
I say the only option we have right now, basically, not only option, but one option we have is we know we're not very good outside shooters. So they're packing the paint means that at their liberty when they're in a half-court game. Our option is what Phoenix is doing. We got to just push the ball before they set up, get to the rim, get to the mid-range. Before they set up. Once they set up, the paint's packed. They're gonna have the defensive rebounds from their side of point of view. We're not going to be hitting our threes unless all of a sudden, someone gets hot. Obviously, Brunson got to step up. He's my most trustworthy 3-point shooter of the big 3. Grimes actually should wake up, but he's young. I can't really expect that necessarily. So I'm saying we got to push the ball, push the pace, and just start going like Booker was doing yesterday. Shoot as soon as possible, get down there in the mid-range or drive to the rim before they start packing the paint. I can't see any other way for us to win right now.
Permission to speak? Okay. Now, let's say hypothetically the Knicks do get through this and go to the East Final. Would you rather, given how the other series looks like it's going to be a dogfight between Boston and Philadelphia, would it matter which one of the two we get?
I just think you're jumping too far, Mets. I don't want to do that. We can't. We're looking horrible right now. We're talking about getting to the next round. I think we need to worry about fighting back.
I did say even if.
I was gonna say, but what you're saying is a good point, sir. But also, you're forgetting about the inconsistencies of Randall's. What kind of Randall are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the 3-point Randall who wants to take his shots first from the 3-point range and then work his way in, or is he also gonna be down low? How are we gonna
Prefer
control his start off to let Brunson get his shots off at his? I'm asking. I'm sorry.
I would prefer down low bully ball Randle. I mean, if we saw his performance at the 3-point contest, the All-Star game, which I didn't, he was very inconsistent and hit or miss. I mean, sure, his 3-point shot has somewhat improved since becoming a Knick, but he's more of a bully ball guy, and that's the guy I want down low in the post. But with how often you got guys like Zeller, Love, Martin, and or Adebayo basically swarming and smothering, how do you create that space to give Randle the room to drive it? And that's the other problem. They see these trap games, these trap setups, and they're just basically cowering and throwing it up from behind the line instead of just saying, you know what? F it. I'm just going to bulldoze my way through and try to drive it.
Actually, if like I said, if Randall plays down low, I think that we're good because we've seen him pass out of the double team when we saw him in Game 5 against the Cavs before he got hurt. We saw him play really well, but like I said, the inconsistencies of Randall, someone needs to step up. Who's going to be that one to step up if Randall starts coming out and sees wide open threes? Because you know they're going to leave him open. That's why I keep saying it. Something has to change, and that change has to come from Hart. He may not have to start. I agree with you, and the ball may not have to come out of Brunson's hand, but somehow, some way, Hart has to be more involved in that offense, whether it's the second team or the first team.
Well, I'm thinking our X factor today is what? Likely no IQ. Whichever way Tibbs goes, that's the X factor. If he goes 8-man,
which is going to kill us.
I know.
Exactly.
I'm aware about it.
Why are we going 8-man rotation?
I'm just saying Tibbs is Tibbs. You know what Tibbs is. I'm saying if Tibbs goes 8-man,
we're dead.
But this is I hate to bring this up too, but this is another reason why I look at basketball different than everybody. For me, Ben Simmons would be playing every single minute. So for me, in the playoffs, I'm using every single one of my players, rotation in and out, minute to minute, line to line. Because here's the thing. You never know when someone who's been on the bench or someone who's been playing on this team makes 2 or 3 3-pointers, and then all of a sudden the tempo changes, and now the Knicks are starting to come back.
Let me just stop for a second. I was going to try to go to it sequentially. I was looking at the first option, Tibbs 8-man. Then let's add what we're going to do next. So I was going Tibbs 8-man. We want to look at that. Is that a winnable formula?
No.
Everyone says not. No.
So no, because what happens when we get into foul trouble? We need rest. What happens then?
No. I just wanted to. Okay, let's just pop around the horn real quick. Everyone says 8-man rotation losing formula. Yes, everyone agree to that?
Yes.
No, I don't agree to any of this.
So here's the Wiz. What are you getting at? Just get to your point.
Right
say
now,
what you got. Say what you got to say.
No, I'm trying to see if I want to see if we what other ways we can possibly win. We can throw out there to win tonight.
Well, that should be the question that's asked. Then.
Okay, what are the possibilities? Okay,
right.
so
what are we gonna do?
I'm saying we got to go 9. Right? We got to add 1, but now the one person we're gonna add is between Fournier, D Rose, or Deuce, because we likely won't do 10, right?
Bring in the Deuce.
So my hope is, my thought is, I love Deuce. You know, I'm Deuce Hive, but I thought is a vet who's produced, and right now, for IQ, although it looks like 48 3-point shooter would be nice, I almost gotta look at D Rose, and that's kind of scary to me as well. So I just want to put that out there. Go ahead.
Okay. Counterpoint. Problem with putting Fournier or Rose in over Deuce. 1, Rose's legs are shot as he spent most of the year on the bench. We saw in Game 3 when they brought him in, he couldn't hit against Cleveland. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn because he has been used almost like at all this year. Fournier, He is piss poor on defense. Sure, he's a good shooter when he wants to be, but the trade-off is you get no defense out of him.
My only reason we're throwing D Rose there is that veteran presence that's going to calm the rest of the guys down to get their heads right. Not for his skill set, but for that leadership skill. That I think because I think we have the players right now. Those 8 guys we have can do it if they could get themselves together. And I think that D Rose may be the guy to come in and have, whether it's RJ, Randle, Grimes, to just started settling down and realize, gentlemen, I've been here before. Just watch how I'm handling it, not the skills that I have to offer right now. That's what I'm throwing D Rose out there as a possibility.
I think
And do y'all think hold up. Do y'all think Eric is worried about Duncan Robinson not being able to play no defense?
Nope.
Man can't play no defense. So why we keep saying about Evan Fournier, he can't play no defense? You put him out there against people that's more easier for him to check. If this guy can shoot and guys cannot shoot, you're gonna have to push the button to do something. Because what we've been doing is not working. Now, I'm one of the ones that wanted, you know what I'm saying? First of all, let me address the chat. Shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness to everybody. Also, let me address the situation on Raymond Felton being compared to Brunson. If I'm not mistaken, he averaged 17.6 points with Mike D'Antoni, right? Breezy, am I correct?
Who?
Mike D'Antoni. Felton was a D'Antoni guy. I think is what.
Oh man, I
He
don't.
averaged
Man.
17. He averaged 17.6 points a game with Mike D'Antoni. Only reason why I'm bringing that up because you check the history of the Mike D'Antonio guards, they all had their greatest years. Steve Nash was an MVP with him. James Harden was an MVP with him. So Raymond Felton, he wasn't an MVP, but I think he had his best year with him. So we can't compare no Jalen Brunson with this guy. We're not even finished with Jalen Brunson yet. But my thing is, dudes gotta, I'm sick of everybody running around being scared of Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? When you gonna attack Jimmy Butler on, make him play some defense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about, you know what I'm saying, what he doing on offense. Nobody going at Jimmy on our offensive end. It took until 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in game number 3 before somebody went at him and he blocked RJ's shot. You got to challenge that man. We let this man come back from an ankle injury and relax the whole game. And now he tweaked his ankle again in game 3. Who's gonna go at Jimmy? That's how you play Jimmy. You got to make Jimmy work on the defensive end. You can't allow him to just relax and just be all offense. You got to go at Jimmy Butler, man. But everybody on this team, man, tonight, they need to have this game won in their mind frame. You know what I'm saying? They need to realize, we only 3 games away from the finals. Only 3 teams is in our way. Miami, maybe Boston, North Philly, and whoever we can play in the finals. 3 teams. That's it. If that don't get you upbeat, ready to go and ready to play, then you don't want to be a ball player. These guys need to be locked in, ready to go, locked and loaded. And by any means, whatever it takes on this court tonight, they need to do that. Everything. If it means fighting, scratching, pulling somebody here, whatever it got to be done, you need to do that. Shout out to Hardenstein standing up for Julius the other night. Shout out for Julius for realizing this dude is a clown and he's trying to get me, to react to him, perhaps get suspended for this game. Shout out to Julius. Nobody mentioned about that right there. They just want to say, Julius is this, that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't punch that dude like he should have punched him in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that hit him in his mouth, they're suspended for game 4. Then what? You know what I'm saying? But I believe we're going to win this game. But the Knicks got to want this game, and if Miami not going to give it to them, they got to go and take the game, man. We out here just playing real soft basketball, and that soft basketball is not gonna help us win this series when it's game 4 and things are starting to get heated up more. You think the other night was just a little heating with a little small altercation? See what happens tonight. I'm looking for old school basketball, man.
Right.
That's
Hey, thank you for that, Jay Boogie. Hey, and Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, Man, X's and O's doesn't matter if Randle isn't engaged. And what I'm going to say to that is it's not all Randle. Quentin Grimes got to show up and hit open shots. The Knicks shot 8 for 40 from 3-point land. That don't have nothing to do with Julius Randle, man.
It's nothing to
You
do
know
with
what I'm saying?
nobody.
These other guys gotta. These other guys have got to show up. They got to, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that the way that we build the roster with a Luol Deng, Alec Burks, Josh Hart fit may not be the move for a championship team, especially when you play him more than you play some of your starters. And these 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" shooting guards that are defense first. You know what I'm saying? Like these Kirk Heinrichs, Keith Bogans, these Kirk Heinrich, Keith Bogans, Chris Dunn, Reggie Bullock, Quentin Grimes type players may not be it. You know what I'm saying?
They might carry you to the second round.
Right.
Gotta step away, Freezy.
Right.
Gotta step away, Freezy.
Okay. All right, boss. I'm gonna holler at you, boss.
I did what you told me to do, though.
I got it. I'm going to play it in a second.
You good? All right.
Yeah. My thing is we can't blame Randle for everything. You can't blame no one NBA team can blame one player for everything, or no NBA team can blame two players for everything. You got to have guys that are good and a good supporting cast in order for a team to be good. Is this team it? I think so. Now, am I questioning the team build? Yes, because I'm yet to see that build win a championship. I hadn't seen Taj Gibson, Kirk Heinrich, and Tony Snell and Jimmy Butler win a championship. I didn't see Chris Dunn, Jimmy Butler, that team build win a championship. I hadn't seen Reggie Bullock, Alfred Payton, Alec Burks team build win a championship. And this year we coming out with Josh Hart, Quentin Grimes, and that type team build that I hadn't seen that team build win a championship. The point that I'm getting at is, can it happen? Probably. But let's not just throw certain guys under the bus because they don't look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out there.
And can I piggyback off your take, Freezy? Because I think that's what this take is headed to. Is Knicks fans need a little bit of reality check. We decided to put a team together where the top 3 ball handlers were all left-handed, who have left-handed tendencies. Yes, Brunson has one of the best handles in the NBA getting to where he wants to go. But he gets there, but if they are anticipating where he's going to go and they're setting up a fort when he gets there, and then his option, he doesn't have triple threat all the time. Brunson, you could take away his triple threat. Randle, you could take away his triple threat. I would dare to say whether RJ has triple threat. So then when other players have shortcomings, then we need Grimes. Then we need Quickly. Hell, we needed Obi. Let's kid yourself. We don't get past the Cavs without Obi's play. And I think that's going to, later when we start killing Obi and talk about what he's not, I think Knicks fans are going to forget. And we don't get past the Cavs without Obi. And I think even the game that we beat Miami, Obi had a decent output. So, it's all hands on deck. And as that when the guys don't have the experience, when our roster is young as it is, these hands aren't understanding. They should now be looking out there the last game and saying, whoa, I'm better than Kobe Martin. Grimes and Quickly should be saying, nah, I'm better than Kobe Martin. Kobe Martin can't have more impact on the game that I'm in when I'm better than him. No. Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein's got to be saying, whoa. Zeller, Kobe, what's his name? Zeller. Whoa, he's getting minutes. How's he getting that many minutes out there? No. I need to be out there with he out there. I'm better than him. It's something that's got to click internally. That's nothing that Tibbs can give you. Your development, the plate has been set for you where you are. You got to look out there and be saying, I don't even know this man's name. We play him Shore. I didn't even know that man was in the NBA until I'm about to line up with at least 5 to 6 games with him. And I'm only finding out his skill set How do we not know what it is that he do? And somebody not saying, I'm better than him. Listen, nobody in the playoffs other than 2 or 3 players are better than Jimmy Butler. Stop that talking about stopping him. And today, and he's not even giving you 50. These players out there giving 36. The multiple players giving 36. Joker's giving, and Jimmy's not even giving us 50. So in today's NBA, if you're the star and you're giving 26 points, you ain't really did nothing. Look at the numbers; they all inflated. They don't let you hand check no more. We are getting beat not by Jimmy Butler, not by Bam Adebayo. We're getting beat by Kobe Zella, whatever.
Wait, Gian. Let me ask you this. So you're saying that the Miami Heat are beating the Knicks with their supporting cast stepping up
and preparation.
Right.
Look at the numbers.
Right, but here's the thing. So if we understand that Miami has their supporting cast step up, how come we're not holding our supporting cast accountable for not stepping up?
I walked in and we were talking about Hart, and that's fair, right? But it was a little too far of a reach. I had to step in. I got caught up into that. Then I came in here to talk about how we have to look at this off season. If we're going to keep this big three together, then what fits around the big three? Don't fall in love with guys that you drafted. If you see when the rubber hits the road, you know what they're going to do to stop your players. You got to know that they're going to stop, especially at Brunson. You got to know at 6 feet, he's going to get stopped. At 6 feet, he's going to get stopped. There's ways to stop him, just if you use 3 or 4 guys to stop him. What do you want around him now? Because now they're putting everything to stop Brunson. Something should be open for everybody else. But what's open for the other guys?
But are they? But Gia, my thing is if we understand that, to your point, because you made like 3 or 4 points, right? I just want to maybe drill down on one of the points that you made. If they're focused in on stopping Jalen Brunson, right? Then what is everybody else doing?
They should be performing, but they're not. They're not understanding what's being set up for them. You could blame Tibbs. We could blame everybody. Bumping. I'm okay with that. But what's not happening is the second guy is not creating. We getting 1 shot and done, and it's a 4th shot. For some reason, the next guy who gets an opportunity to get the ball in space 1-on-1 don't want that space in 1-on-1, and you got to be able to do that at this stage of the NBA. Now, everybody's doing it.
That's holding out supported calf responsible then.
Okay. Hey, let me do this just really quick. Paris Duggar, good morning. Good morning, Paris Duggar. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, Grimes got a slight separated shoulder. Knock it off. Randle was gutless, punked, and given a standing 8 count by Zella. My God, Randle was gutless. That sounds Trumpian.
Wow.
No. Hold on.
Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, X's and O's doesn't matter if Randle is engaged. Yeah, that sounds political.
You went backwards.
Definitely. There is definitely. Hold on, GM. Let me finish my thought. That was definitely someone with an axe to grind about a specific person and used a Trumpian type way to go about explaining something. How do you know when we know for a fact Julius Randle was injured coming into the series and you say he got punked and then use an injury excuse for Grimes? What that makes me think is that's the classic axe to grind against a certain player. If you don't like him, Paris Duggar, if you don't like Julius Randle, you don't even have to super chat it. Just say that you don't like Julius Randle. Right? You don't have to, spend bread on that, bro, to say you don't like Julius. If you don't like him, say you don't like him. Right? But to use an injury excuse about about Grimes, and then not use the same injury excuse for Randle, to me, that's coming in for a soft landing, a very soft pillow-like feathery landing. Man, come on, bro. You got to be a G. Grimes ain't playing good. He ain't playing good. Because we use the excuse everybody. G, I remember people saying everybody is hurt this time of year. Remember that? People saying that.
I know
now,
you don't remember that. Randle was
yeah, but now when it comes to Grimes, we use the injury excuse, but for Randle, we don't use the injury excuse. If you don't like Julius Randle, just say it. That's all I got, G. My bad.
No, I actually just wanted to make sure. I was like, is he serious? Randall's sitting here hobbling around, fighting to get back, coming back and saving our tail, and he used an injury excuse for a second-year player. Randall's playing some of the most minutes in the NBA. Wow, Paris Duggan, you was my guy too. That was low at this time. That's why, honestly, I want us to hurry up and lose and get the heck out of here, because this type of fandom is dangerous, because they'll lead into next season hating Randle, and they can completely disregard the process. They don't understand that Randle's contract is running out. It's a sweetheart deal right now. It gives us flexibility. They don't think about any of that, but their complete hate for a guy who's carried the team into the second round of the playoffs. We weren't even supposed to be a playing team. And we're sitting here in the second round talking about how horrible this man is to the organization. If these are the talent assessors, I need to make sure they're nowhere around any organization that I work for, because they will run all the good talent out the door and will be a bottom-dwelling organization. My bottom line will be read and read, and I won't understand it. It's because the people that I've entrusted around me do not understand how to value talent that's been put right in front of them. May God bless the people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Paris Duggan says, no, I'm hard on RJ, not Randle. Try again. Right, but that super chat did not list RJ Barrett having a bad game in game 3.
You just said
RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett had a bad game in game 3, and you mentioned nothing. It just sounds like you skating, bro. And I'm not. And listen, it ain't. And it's not. And for those watching me and Paris Duggan go back and forth, bro. Y'all, Paris Duggan and myself know, you know what it is. It's nothing but love for Paris Duggan. It's just how we talk to each other, right? He talked to me like that. I don't take none of that personal. I talk to him like that. He don't take none of that personal. You know what I'm saying? Paris Duggan already know what it is. Paris Duggan already know how I feel about him. I just talk to him a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
He called Randle gutless. Man playing out there with an ankle and a half, and gutless. Against Bam Adebayo, and these boys, Zella know his ankle's hurt. They playing nasty, they playing typical old school 90s Miami.
And Randle getting double teamed on every possession. Randle getting double teamed every possession on an ankle sprain. Grimes is wide open for 3, and yet we're talking about Grimes, the one playing through injury.
What is Hart shooting for 3? Hart must be shooting 30%. Oh, right around 30%. For 3 on his open threes. These guys are getting opportunities, man. These guys, the ball is moving because they have no other choice but to move it. They got 4 guys in front of them. They have no choice but only an idiot wouldn't pass. They get stuck in the 5 seconds. Other guys aren't doing anything. We're 8 for 40 from 3. 8 for 40. If we're 16 for 40, we win 2 or 3 more games. We're 8 for 40. I've watched game after game where we're 1 for 9 for 3, 2 for 17 games back to back with 2. So we're choosing to take the 3. We're 2 for 17, and we're home. 1 game we're on the road, 1 game we're home. How are we supposed to stay in a playoff game when you know in the fourth quarter it's going to be stiff, and the last 4 shots you took didn't hit the side of the barn? All of a sudden, in the fourth, you think those are going to start dropping? Then you say Jimmy Butler is greater. No, Jimmy Butler is using his 6'7", 6'8" frame and getting early layups. We don't have anybody who can do that. Our talent is we've got to avoid a talent who can get a layup at will. That's why we're getting our butts kicked.
What's good, my people? How y'all doing?
CWC is in the building.
What's up, Chad? Uncle Freezy, what's up, guys?
The greatest quarterback in Florida State history, CWC. What's good?
Yes, hey, this is how you beat Miami. It's simple. You go small. The reason you go small, when Mick Robinson in the paint, he claws the paint up. His guy be right with him. So it's hard for a point guard or Randle to penetrate in the hole, cause everybody in the lane. That's why you need Fournier at that 3-point line, cause they're gonna respect Fournier, then Grimes, then Hart.
But if you
They want
if you
them to
take out,
shoot.
but if you take out Fournier, if you put in Fournier, who are you taking out of the lineup?
Take out somebody.
Say who
I
you
don't
take?
care who you
No,
take out.
I'm asking you specifically.
No, you answer.
Yeah, you the one
Well,
suggested Fournier.
I give you a. You take out Hart.
Oh,
He's
I'm
not
okay
hitting.
with
He's
that.
not hitting threes like that.
what
It
about
ain't
his
about the
defense and
threes though,
Or you
rebounding
because
take
as
out
a
though?
Grant.
team,
Whoever's
we have not
starting.
been hitting our
I know
threes.
they ain't gonna take out RJ. I know they ain't gonna take out Randle or Brunson.
But the whole
So one
point
of those
is
guys.
with third and
If
the
Hart not
bottom
making
third.
his shot, 3 is more than 2. If Hart not making his shot at the 3-point line, you bring in a 3-point specialist because
3
they're
is
going to
more than
respect
2. That's
Fournier.
fact.
They're gonna respect Fournier, then Hart, then Grimes. They're gonna be like, Grimes, go ahead and shoot. Brick, go ahead, Hart, shoot. Brick. Hart hesitate shooting. You can't hesitate on the 3-point line, man. Because when you hesitate, you're gonna miss. And then when you go in the paint, they're gonna clog the paint up for you not to come in to make a layup.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. So why are they hesitating? Is it because of they getting
Because
different
he's
looks?
scared to shoot the 3-pointer.
Oh boy.
I was
Am
gonna
I right?
say,
So y'all never see Hart
I was
hesitate to
gonna
shoot the
say,
3-pointer.
I was just gonna say this. We rank so low when it comes to 3-pointers. Why would we keep taking more 3-pointers knowing that we're bad at it, as opposed to actually creating a rhythm of getting to the basket and trying to get better
You,
looks and better rebounding? Because for
you
me,
know
if you're
why we can't
telling
get to
me,
the basket? You know why we can't get to the basket? Because they close the lane. Because they know
so
we
you mean
can't
to tell
shoot. We're
me
not a shooting team.
But you mean to tell me you can't set up a side where you have Randle in the down post and then we just have Brunson kick it out to him and they do basic basketball, give and go, spins, rotations on pick and rolls, give and goes, cutbacks, dropbacks, cuts, zigzags. There's so many basic plays to get that out. These are NBA players. We should not be talking
It's
about this now in the playoffs. But what I'm saying is it's easy to get into the basket if Randall's down low on the post on one side because they're going to force that double team to that side. Who's going to be open? I would rather have Hart taking the opportunity and people seeing him making those shots and seeing him doing it. Then people go, oh, snap, Hart stepping up. We got to step up too. That's what I'm saying. As far as his
but
leadership, when you see Hart step up, the whole team just, it's like Goku giving everybody equal power and they just all on the team like, let's go. And everybody shine. That's what I'm talking about. Hart needs to just step up. But if we're taking more 3-pointers, it ain't gonna make no difference if we ain't making them.
And there
exactly.
you
That's my
go.
point. If
Now
you're
you
not
now
making,
you said
that's
it.
why you bring
There
in
you go.
Fournier. If
And
you're
we're
not
gonna
making
have
that
to take
3-point,
three-pointers. CWC, you said it earlier. Let me get back to it and give you your point right back. We have to take 3-pointers. Guys, you're not paying attention. You can't coach Miami. You can't make Miami come away from the basket because you got only limited players who could dribble the ball and get their own layup. So that means Miami can sit there in zone. They don't have to be scared. You want to dribble the ball? You never played somebody who couldn't shoot and they would dribble, and you just backed up and let them dribble. Just back up. What you gonna do? Shoot it. And guess
yeah.
what? Now that my back's to the basket, when you shoot, guess what that stopped the Knicks from being able to do? Get the rebounds. We're only a good team because we get second rebounds and putbacks and open court. We're not a good half-court offensive team. We've never been a good half-court offensive team, and Miami is forcing us to be an half-court offense.
So if we play the
And if
Miami's
we
hand, if we play the Miami's hand, you're looking at this: Brunson, Fournier, Grimes, Obi, and Randle. Would you have that lineup? Standing on the 3-point line, boom, hit.
I wouldn't do that till the second, like till after the first start of the first quarter. The reason why I say that is because we need to have some type of change to where we can create a consistency. It may not be hard. I may be reaching with that one, but for me, 3-pointers ain't our thing. Let's get them into foul trouble. Let's get these guys out of there, like get these early fouls, get them out, and then get comfortable with the second team in. Then we can start taking those threes. Then when we start building our lead, then we can start taking those threes. That's what I'm saying. Coming in and trying to shoot these threes like
I'm sorry,
it's
guys.
Wild West, we'll never do that because Miami would always outshoot us.
This is the Blondes Tears Network. I guess I got it. So I got to make sure we're highly intelligent up here, and I'm the ghetto intellect. So I'm the antithesis of this. If they're going to make you shoot, the only way you're going to pull them away from the basket is to hit your threes. If you're in the playoff and you can't, and you're not a competent 3-point shooting team in today's era, you're going to lose. They're not going to come out and let you blow past them and get layups. They know RJ only goes left. They know Brunson likes to only operate out. They're prepared for all of our strengths. They defend our strengths better than we execute our strengths offensively. We have to do other things, and that means other guys, when they get our guys to pass up the ball, they got to hit their shots, which in this case is going to be 3-pointers. Grimes should be hitting 3-pointers. Quickly should be hitting 3-pointers. Hart should be hitting 3-pointers. They hit them all season. That's why we are where we are. You can't now say, no, don't shoot threes because we're not hitting them. Then we might as well just pack up and go home and get better shooters in the offseason.
Dude, I didn't say
and guess what? And guess what? And when we attack the rim, they're gonna set up for a charge, for offensive charge. Cal Larry good for that.
Because they didn't come out.
They're gonna come out and they're gonna set up for the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say, so I just feel like that's all inaccurate because it's a part of basketball. You're telling me these guys cannot set up a basic play system with guys who now everyone is saying who are a mediocre, undrafted team. We can't defensively control the paint with these guys as Knicks going up against guys
defensively or offensively.
Hold on. Hey, BT, hold on. Let me just slow this down just a little bit. Because I think we going off the rails just a little bit, right? So for one, the conversation, if you're not a Knicks fan or a Miami Heat fan, what this conversation sounds like is a Knicks team that was better than Miami in a regular season faces Miami in the playoffs and realize that Miami is a better team. That's what it sounds like to me. Knicks fans think the Miami Heat are the better team, right? Secondly, opening up drastic strategic changes against the Miami Heat, who a lot of us on this panel know may not be the most talented team in the league. They win because they have team chemistry and great coaching. That makes it sound like to me that no matter what change the Knicks make, it's not going to work because they have team chemistry and they have a better coach, right? So if it's one of those deals where it's just that, where it's the Miami Heat are a better team, they have better team chemistry, and they have a better coach, then what's the point?
That's not what I said.
That's what it sounds like the conversation is going.
We just not making shots. That's the problem, and we can't stop nobody.
Right. So if we're not making shots, then who is not making shots?
Grimes is not making shots. Quickly's not making shots. Obi's not making shots. Heck, Randle's shooting too inconsistently. Heck, when the ball swings back to Brunson for his open threes, Brunson is probably only shooting about 27-30% of his open threes. We're not hitting the open shots that we hit all season. And for Brian to suggest that we should now just start attacking the basket on the well-coached, well-defensive Miami team that they play exactly how we play. Their defense is what got them to where they are. So you're not just a weak offensive team as us going to start bullying them defensively. It's not going to happen. If we're going to beat them, it's because we're going to hit the shots they're giving us, and they're giving us threes.
Hey, let me just say, I'm just going to jump in and say this really quick. Shout out to Keyshawn. He says our bench was our strength. Now it's our biggest liability. But here's the thing here's where I think we're going wrong. Our formula all year is Julius Randle coming out the box hot every game.
Yep.
Julius Randle putting 8, 10, 12 points on the board in the first quarter. And then RJ going to the body. RJ Barrett going to the body during the middle of the game, and Jalen Brunson being the closer. Now, what you've seen is kind of a reverse where Jalen Brunson has come out and tried to be the spark plug early and the spark plug late. He's trying to be the spark plug early and the closer late. And what happened is Jalen Brunson is not that guy. Not against Miami, he's not. Not against Cleveland, he's not. I think we're asking too much of Jalen Brunson. If Julius Randle steps his game up offensively, because the other parts are there. Like, you can't say that Randle just out there for cardio when my man is getting like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rebounds. Rebounding in the NBA is hard, right?
Yep.
You got to exert a lot of energy to be a rebounder, right? But I think what we've been missing is that Randle coming out, it's what we've seen all year. It's our formula. Randle, RJ, Brunson. That's our formula. Randle, RJ, Brunson. And what you've seen is in this series is Brunson, and Brunson on offense. Right? That's basically what you've seen. Right? Now can Brunson step up and be that guy in game 4? We don't know, but you can't expect Brunson to be all of that all game. And I know Brunson is a borderline star, right? I know Brunson is a borderline star, right? But the thing is even stars, most of the stars in this league, think about this, y'all. Most of the stars in this league play together with other stars, right? Look at all the stars around the league. You rarely see a star that's in a place by himself. Either another star came to play with him, or that star elevated the play of other players on his team. Right? Now, Brunson has not been able to elevate Grimes, RJ quickly, and all them guys in the playoffs. Right? He is not. Right? Randle has not been able to get his offense going, but his rebounding is there. Right? Randle's rebounding is there. So it's not like he's giving you nothing. The Knicks' overall defense in this series, and maybe even in the playoffs, has been excellent. But it looks like the defense has been bad because when you lose to a team 105-86, it looks like your team played bad defense. But in actuality, the NBA teams average about 108 a game, and we held them under that. It's just the offense is not there. The offense is not there. Like, if I wish I could put CWC on the floor with them so that CWC can provide us some offense, because it's not that just the team is playing bad. Is one aspect is missing from this team in the playoffs, and unless we get it kickstarted, our dreams of even doing anything in the Eastern Conference Finals are dashed. Our dreams of getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, period, are dashed, because you have to play basketball on both sides of the floor, right? The defense has been great. Give them credit. Give them credit, right? Give them credit. But the fact is the other side of the floor, you got to – somebody said, why are we not attacking Jimmy Butler? Right? And in my mind, I saw RJ Barrett on the wing with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was in the corner with his hands on his knee, right? And he didn't even pass RJ Barrett the ball so he can take advantage of Jimmy Butler. Right? I mean, Jalen Brunson is trying to do too much. Right? And the reason, and I'm not saying he's being selfish. What I'm saying is when you put the team in these situations where a guy feels like he has to do it all, he doesn't have any faith in his teammates offensively. CWC, you ever been like that? Where you felt like you ain't getting nothing from your teammates offensively, so now you got to do it all by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, CWC went in and out.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, man. That's all I'm saying there, man, is I understand that Jalen Brunson is our guy, bro. Randle is our guy. RJ is our guy. I just think ultimately our offense is the issue here. I think a lot of us agree to it. Randle's offense has been bad. He's still my guy.
Yeah.
Randle's offense has been bad, man, but he's still my guy, though. If we can get some type of way, if we can get into our flow, if we can establish ourselves offensively, I think we'd be in a good position.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh man, my bad, man. Bad reception, man. I'm like, I blame it on Tiff and the guys. I'm like, okay, if you know Butler is hurt with an ankle problem, take advantage of that ankle. Post him up. You letting Butler be free. You know what I mean? And he laughing at us like, I can't stop him. Come on, man. Take advantage of him. Step on his foot or something. Get physical with him. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, these guys, man, I ain't trying to call nobody soft, but come on, man. These guys playing like soft.
Cottonelle, they playing like Cottonelle.
They playing like cotton candy, man.
They
know
playing
what I
like
mean?
Charmin.
Man, listen. If I know a guy hurt, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. You hurt? Where you hurt at? That's why I'm gonna take advantage of. You know what I mean? That's what they were doing in the '90s. They had to bring that '90 game up, man.
I'd rather make you run line to line with me, and if I see you putting your hand on your knee, I'm running to that basket for that open ball. I'm gonna make you run after me constantly, and on defense, I'm gonna put pressure on you. That's what I'm saying. That's the best way to beat Jimmy. Don't get in foul trouble. Contest the hell out of him and use Hart because, like I said, Hart is the maybe. You everybody. RJ is when RJ is hot, we're good, but RJ got to get started early in the quarter. That's what I said.
I wish all of them could click. You know what I mean? Everybody just click. Man, and all them click, man, we be no joke, man.
That mean our offense would be clicking on all cylinders, and that would be a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Again, we have to take a timeout and we have to change momentum in this half. So again, it's like Uncle Fizzy said, it's about how Randle is, how everybody is working together.
Right.
Yeah, we need ball movement too, man. All that isolation shit, man, is crazy, man. We need ball movement, man. Because Grind, you gotta get Grind gonna be in the starting lineup. You gotta get Grind more touches.
But CWC, who you moving the ball to?
Huh?
Mitchell Robinson. Who you moving the ball to? Mitchell Robinson?
No.
I'm asking, bro.
You move the ball around. You move the ball to Hart or Grimes, Randle or RJ. Move the ball around. When you move the ball around, you get the feel of the game and you be in the rhythm. When somebody pass you the ball in that spot and you have your feet set up, that's panties, baby. That's 3 all day, man.
Right. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says series is 2-1. So how can you determine what JB is? Again, Paris Duggar that's a Trumpism, because in your previous super chat you described what Quentin Grimes is, and now in a response you are asking me what Jalen Brunson is, and that I put that out there specifically for you to fall for the bait. And you fell for it. Thank you for paying for falling for the bait. Right? I use the same thing that you mentioned, right? How can you determine what JB is? You determine what Grimes is, and I put that bait out there for you to fall for, and then you paid for falling for the bait. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. What I'm saying is CWC. What I'm getting at is everybody has to contribute to a Knicks win, because a Knicks win is better than personal gain, right? We don't care about who scores the most points or who gets the most rebounds and who does what. We don't care about people's stardom. What we care about right now is winning. Winning is the only thing that matters. That's why I can't remember dudes' names like Max Strus and Caleb Martin, because the name of the back of their jersey don't matter. It's all about the name on the front of that jersey. It's about Miami, right? You can't even. Hey, CWC, you don't know who their shooting guard is off the bench, right? But it's all because Miami cares about winning. They're gonna do whatever it takes to win.
But
Kyle
Uncle
Lowry is
Freezy,
a
you know what
borderline Hall
Miami's
of
doing?
Famer,
They're moving
and
the
he
ball.
dove on a loose ball. Him and Obi Toppin was racing for a loose ball. Kyle Lowry dove on the floor to get it. Obi Toppin ran over there and was reaching down to get it. That just right there in a nutshell lets you know who wants to win more.
And that's what I mean by also we have a problem with our team core. Like, I agree with you, Uncle Fizzy, because I'm like, if we're battling against guys who people are saying these are just, unsigned free agents or walk-ons, they're playing some serious ball against our Knicks. We got to step it up. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, and taking three-pointers in the beginning, for me, again, I'm not saying stopping with the three-pointers. I'm saying take it later on in the back. Like, take it in the third or the fourth quarter when we really need it. Lessen it down in the beginning so when we have those open opportunities, we have better looks and we can make it. So keep shooting the three, yeah, but same time, wait later, because if we making 6 threes in the first half and then they come back on a run, how's that going to help us?
But who's making 6 threes? Because if you're getting, I'm asking because I understand where y'all are coming from, but just to be clear, like, so for those 6 threes, if those are say from, just for an example, if that's Grimes hit 6 threes in the first half,
no,
how are you
combination
feeling
of the
about
team.
Grimes in the second half?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So as a team, we need to be working on it, because like if one person's hot on the threes and then later on in the half, that's all I'm saying. We need to be more consistent later in the game. Because now go ahead, man. You're muted. He's muted. I think he's trying to say something.
Nah. Yeah. Okay.
Now go ahead, I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, man. If we get the team effort, this is what I've been trying to get at the whole time is it's not important like who all like one person does what. I meant to personally, I don't care. All I want is a dub in game 4. I don't care if Derrick Rose come off the bench and rewind the clock and go for 65 if the Knicks win. I don't care. I don't care. The most important thing is winning. The most important thing is this team built to make winning plays in the playoffs. And is this coach cut out to be that guy?
And Miami's digging in with one style. And unfortunately, we've set ourselves up with, in order to win, we got to get them away from that bucket. Unless we're going to jump higher and run faster, we have got to get them out of this comfort zone that they fell in, trapping the ball out of Brunson's hand, and that ball swinging. Well, Brunson's got to give it up quicker. Brunson's pounding it too long. Brunson's making a lot of mistakes. And it's like we're afraid to speak against Brunson because how we feel like we wouldn't be here if not for him. But his style of play is really making it tougher for the guys around him. It's no different. I'm going to be honest. He doesn't look like Harden, and you don't feel like Harden, but he has a very much a Harden style of play. And I used to say, how come them guys next to Harden can't hit them shots? Because their whole career, they're not used to just catching in the last second and having to jack it up. Or in the last second, being able to make just one move. They get one move and go to the hole. That's the playoffs. Yeah, Miami is jumping very high. Miami is moving very quickly. Miami is playing at another level. And I guess I'm disappointed in Knicks fans. They say, oh, all we got to do is this, and this. What is Miami going to – how come they're hitting these shots? It's this winning. It's this winning system. It's this winning development. It's this winning coaching. And until you get it, okay, I don't know. I'll be honest. I won't be shocked. I want to start getting on their top. I wouldn't be shocked if Miami carry this momentum. They're beating a good New York Knicks team, a tough New York Knicks team, and they're beating us. We're not. Jalen Brunson is the real deal. Julius Randle is the real deal. Ask the Cavs. Ask the Cavs. Ask all them all-stars at the Cavs. Hey, all of y'all want Donovan Mitchell. Ask Donovan Mitchell the Knicks the real deal. He's gonna tell you, yes, we didn't lose that series. Got to take it from him. So let's give some Miami some of their props now, because listen.
Okay. All right.
You know, Frizzy, I gotta.
Man, I forgot
you
you was here. I forgot you was here.
Now the wife has been buzzing me, man. She's about to jump on me right now. Better coach, yeah, Miami. I gotta give them the edge. But playoff ready coach, playoff tested coach, yes, Spoelstra got that. With a backup with Riley up there, probably giving some pointers as well if we needed it. Better team, playoff tested team. Miami got the edge. Better team, regular season Knicks got the edge. So yes, there is some of us with a little bit of panic and a little bit of consolidation that we may be not quite the best overall org right now in this series. However, I do think man for man we have a better team, more talented team rather. The challenge, of course, is that it's not man for man when it's the playoffs. It's actually heart for heart. I don't mean like Josh Hart and I Hart. So right now I'm kind of worried. I'm a little concerned.
Don't worry, man. Listen, don't panic, don't worry. Book it. Game 4. The Knicks winning Game 4 by 15. We ain't even worried. We going back to the Garden. Game 5 gonna be lit. Right, Game 5 gonna be lit. Randle and Grimes gonna break out in Game 5 in the Garden. Y'all already know how the script go, bro. Every time our back has been against the wall, we came out swinging. Right,
Okay.
every time I back come. Yo, we went on a 9-game winning streak. Right, you remember how we lost to the Mavs on that Saturday when Luka just did whatever he felt like doing? And we lost to the Mavs.
Yeah.
That very next day, the third seed in the East came in our gym, and we blew them off the floor and won 9 games in a row, right? Because Tom Thibodeau was about to be fired, right? About to be fired. And that Knicks team came out and won 9 games in a row. Then after that, we lost 5 games in a row. People was like, what in the world's going on out here? What's happening? And then the Knicks went on another 9-game winning streak. Every time this team has been tested, every time we put RJ Barrett in every trade scenario, RJ Barrett come out and prove something to us. Right? Every time we think Jalen Brunson is fragile, he get hurt too much. All of that. He come out and prove it to everybody. Julius Randle has been in New York 4 seasons, right? 4 seasons. And 2 of those seasons, he made an NBA All-Star team. I'm asking the chat. When have you ever seen a Knicks power forward make the All-Star team 2 times? A power forward. Don't tell me Melo sometimes played the 4. I don't care. Because sometimes Pat Ewing played the 4. I saw it with him and Cartwright. When have you ever seen a Knicks power forward come here as a power forward and make the All-Star team twice? We got talent. Tom Thibodeau won Coach of the Year here. We have talent, and they all might not do it the way y'all like to see it be done. But so what? Because you also want to win. Game 4, the Knicks by 15. Going back to the Garden. Game 5, the Garden going to be lit. Because Game 5 is the do or die, not Game 4. The Knicks by 15 tonight. I'm calling it. Wiz, tonight, after we win by 15, I'm going to call you out because of the way you sounded this morning.
Connection. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. The question was, I'm going for my Wi-Fi.
I made a statement. I said tonight, after we beat the Heat by 15,
Right.
I'm calling you out.
Ah, yo. I'm not saying we're gonna lose. I'm saying I'm worried. Of course, a little fear is good, man. It's not
Right.
that
All I'm saying,
action.
no, GI, would you tell him there's a war going on outside no man is safe from, and you can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look.
There's no reason to be shook. There's no reason to be shook ones. Because here's the thing. You got fans. You've been around the game a long time. You got people who know you support these. And my people, I got Knicks license plates, people. I can't avoid it. Every day I get in my car. I got New York Knicks drive license plates in Jersey.
Right.
Jersey.
Right.
Nobody's looking down at the Knicks. Everybody's wondering what's the Knicks' next move. Are we gonna have to deal with y'all? How y'all gonna mess this up? They're waiting for us to get to the off season. Nobody's thinking badly about us. No, we could be proud. Let's be proud.
Let's be proud, bro. If we make the finals, GI, if we make the finals, I might get that tattooed somewhere. New York forever.
Be specific somewhere. Pause. I need you to be specific.
He said, not like that. Nah. GI.
You like somewhere.
Nah, I ain't. Hey,
that sounds like a mocha. That sounds like a mocha conversation, bro.
See, I knew you was gonna go there. I knew it.
Right. You know we're the pause coach over here.
Nah, man.
We don't need nothing open ended. There's no open ended conversation.
I'm talking about like on a bicep or something. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So, go ahead. Yeah, no, we happy.
Right.
Yo,
It's a playoff series, bro. It's back and forth, man. Punch and be punched.
Absolutely.
It's a playoff series. This is what the playoffs feel like. I know
tonight a star could be born. Just think tonight somebody could hit a big shot, have a big game, and New York will remember that guy in game 4 at home, sending it back to Miami 2-2.
I think it will be. I mean, like I said, what I'm talking about fear is that courage is not absence of fear. It's action in spite of fear. So I'm saying we got a little caution. We got to be a little cautionary about how we start off tonight. I think the start's a very big key, but I'm not afraid that we're going to lose. I'm just saying we got to be cautious.
You know what the deeper thing to that though is right. In order for you to even approach that, you have to be passionate about something.
Yes.
Tonight, yes. In the face of fear, you have to be passionate about something.
Okay.
Right?
Absolutely.
You just got to be passionate about something. Whether it's yourself, you know how you in them battles where it's survival mode. You got to care. You got to care. And survival mode is fight or flight. You got to care about something. Is what I'm getting at. So even though there's fear, even though there might be fear, even though there might be all these outside factors that determine what decisions you make.
Right.
Ultimately, something has to be on the line. It's something, and then so I'm following that up with is something on the line tonight.
Yes. This is it.
Right?
We're fighting for our lives tonight. So yes, I say we're gonna do it. I know we're gonna do it. I can't say who's gonna do it. I just know Brunson's gonna step up. The rest of the guys, whoever it is gonna come follow his lead. And whoever that is going to take us to game 5 in the Garden. In the Garden. Oh man.
Oh my God. So
I gotta run.
Yeah, I gotta run too, man. Stephen A. Smith just blasted Julius Randle on ESPN for everybody watching. Stephen A. Smith just blasted Randle. And no doubt, I'm gonna get out of here too, man. We got a lot of stuff to do. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Wiz, we'll probably send a link later on, man, so we can
go New York, go New York, go.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, y'all, thank you everybody for coming through and rocking with us this morning. Especially GI. I love GI, having GI up here. GI is like GI is like that uncle that always imparts wisdom and keep you on the right track. Appreciate you, GI. Love you, GI,
It's
man.
focus, people. Love you.
I appreciate what you do for us. Hey, no
Knicks
doubt. No
freestyle
doubt.
this week.
We may have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call Free Keith in a few minutes and see what's up.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Peace.